Hello, hello.
Hello. Aloha.
Hello.
So you don't have Madhav, he'll come later.
See?
He's on tonight. He's agreed. We have worked it out between ourselves.
Oh, okay.
His dies on next week.
Beautiful roses, right?
Oh, yeah.
Do they open up and then you pick them?
Oh, well,
No, you do pick some which are small.
Yeah.
And then they just open up.
some, yeah, it depends. Some. Oh, footsoaks. We're having footsoaks tonight.
Oh, okay.
I forgot. Start the process.
So the next time you can get me food.
Hi everyone online. Hi everyone here as well. Lovely to have you here. And Gulshan is here today.
Yeah.
Madhav may join us later, or he may not, depending on the traffic.
I'm just keeping the chair warm for him.
Well, what we want to talk about tonight is we just want to put our attention on being our own master, what it means to be our own master, and if we are in fact our own masters. So that's the topic. We will, of course, go through our self-realization as we do, and contemplate a bit about what that also means, realizing ourself. And we do have a foot soak for our balancing and clearing towards the second part of the evening. And so we've got our buckets here to the side. I hope you've also got a bucket with some ankle depth water, bit of salt, at a temperature that you're comfortable with. If you're feeling really hot, you might want it colder. And likewise, if you're feeling a bit lethargic, you might want it a bit warmer. Or in the middle, lukewarm.
Yeah.
Aim for the middle. So that's as we normally do our balancing of the left and the right. And we'll do that with the elements, with the water and the earth in the bucket. I don't know if you've had a chance to practice that at home.
I've been doing the regular one, but
Oh,
this is
good.
my first foot soak.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I have not been doing it every day, but
No,
I'm
no.
getting there. Yeah.
It does take a few times doing it to get into the habit of it.
Yeah.
But hopefully you'll feel how it is and it'll feel so lovely. You might want to do it again.
Yes.
So likewise for everyone there.
Yeah.
So, Gulshan, what do you feel it means to be your own master?
Well, in relation to Sahaja Yoga, it is being quietly confident about who you are, where you are, and how far you go with your ideas or thoughts. How much do you follow the crowd? How far to go with them, and when to pull back when it's not the right thing. So it's just having the quiet confidence within yourself to know the right and the wrong.
Yeah.
And be able to not just follow the crowd, but stand your ground for what you believe is the right thing.
Yeah, and if you do get criticism or suggestions as to what you should do, it's not necessarily taking those ideas on board.
Yes.
So if it feels right, okay, maybe something for it. But if it doesn't feel right, to the confidence, just leave it to the side. Of course, using our diplomacy of pushing back without anyone feeling you're pushing back. That's
Yeah, and it's also that there's, in our society, there's sort of certain fads and, the cricket or the Super Bowl today, and everyone's attention's been on it. And you can watch it if you wish, but if you don't wish, that's fine too. You don't have to send Taylor Swift a tweet, about it. So, yeah. Yeah, just I think it's just about staying on your gravity and then doing what you feel is right.
Yeah.
And there's a strong sense of the mothering energy within you guides you to it.
Yeah,
which
and
is
that's a vital point, because some of us, before we actually got connected to that mothering energy that could strongly guide you, you didn't know what was right or wrong. So you always looked outside for what was right or wrong. And so having that connection, you can strongly then feel what's right and wrong, I think, is the critical thing.
It is so reassuring. It is so reassuring to know that there's something that's looking after you to do the right thing.
Yeah, so if you're a go with the flow person, you don't actually have to forever be a go with the flow person. It needs to be the right kind of flow, not just the flow of ideas in the atmosphere.
Not just get swept away just for the sake of it.
TikTok.
Yeah.
So we talked about going through our self-realization again, and particularly if you're new, don't worry too much about things that seem a little bit questionable. Just follow along, and then we can talk about it later. And as well, if you are on Zoom, or if you want to come and chat afterwards and you're on YouTube, come on Zoom at the end and ask any questions. And of course, everyone here, feel free to ask at any point. So we'll just leave the buckets and the foot soaking for a bit.
Okay.
And we might go through the self-realization.
Sure. As one would
Yeah.
It is such a lovely thing to do.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very special.
So that's just getting us into our state of meditation. So it's connecting with our vital energy, our mothering energy that we've got that we didn't know we had. So let's just take our attention inside. So our two hands are open on our lap. We've got our bare feet touching the earth. If we're seated, just taking a few deep breaths. So we'll just ask a few questions. We'll put our right hand on the various centers on the left side of our body, which we'll explain a bit as we go along. So this left side is representing our side of desire. Also, it's our past and our emotions. So we've got our right hand on our heart on the left side. We'll just ask, who am I? Who am I? Who is this I? So we're just asking to ourselves. We'll go take our hand now down to our abdomen, the upper part of our abdomen, which is just at the bottom of our rib cages. And here's where we ask that question, am I my own master? Or am I a go with the flow person? Am I my own master, my own teacher, my own guru? Any of those? And down to the hip area on the left-hand side, just where the body and the leg join, that crease there. So this is adjacent to the triangular bone where our kundalini is coiled, waiting for us to ask this question, which is, Mother, please give me the pure knowledge, which is the knowledge of divine, knowledge of our evolution and where we're at. Please give me the pure knowledge. So really desiring from your heart, because no one can force it on you. It's you who needs to ask for it. And you can have it just by asking. And now our pure knowledge, our kundalini, our mothering energy awakens just with the asking. And now that you have that awakened, you can go up and affirm at each of those energy centers, those chakras. First of all, at the upper part of your abdomen, you can confirm that I am my own master. So my mothering energy will give me all the answers, which you'll start to feel inside at the level of any of the chakras, or even importantly on your hands, at each of those fingers that represent your chakras. And even just when you're about to make a decision, you can feel cool or you can feel heat. And the cool indicates it's a right thing to do. It's a right decision to be made. If there's heat, it's either something clearing out, it'll go cool, or it's maybe not the right decision. I am my own master. And now we go up to our heart, where our spirit resides, just watching our life and what we're doing. This is the real I. I am the spirit. So we can say that quite a few times. And any time we feel concerned or worried about anything, just saying this just gives you that confidence and calmness. I am the pure spirit. mothering energy, Kundalini, Mother Kundalini. I am the pure spirit. And as we travel up our central nervous system, we go up to the neck, where the shoulder and the neck join, and we'll turn our head a little to the right, so we can hold that firmly. And something that obstructs the flow of Kundalini up to the seventh center, where we're evolving, is if we feel guilty. And unfortunately, it's a habit we've gotten into where we feel guilty about things. So we review everything we've done, and then we decide we shouldn't have done this and we shouldn't have done that. I mean, maybe we shouldn't have, but we don't have to feel guilty about it. We just firmly decide, okay, that was a wrong thing, I won't do it next time. And feeling guilty just obstructs our evolution. So let's take out all that guilt simply by saying, I'm not guilty. Really firmly, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. Now, say that many times just to free up this energy center for our communication, our witnessing power. So we have to witness ourselves also and not feel guilty about ourselves. I'm not guilty. You feel that on your pointer finger on the left side if you're feeling too much of guilt. Now let's go up to this center at the forehead. So just bending your head into the palm of your hand to pass this energy center, this chakra, we need to forgive. So the deity or the incarnation who came on the earth to help us to open this center is Jesus Christ. And his message was to forgive. So let's say that. I forgive everyone. So don't think of anyone in particular, but just generally forgive. I forgive everyone. And very importantly, I forgive myself. And let's clear it a little more from behind. So tilting our head up, putting our hand behind, resting the head in the palm, the back of your head in the palm. And here, just to clear out anything we may feel we need to, we can generally just say, if I've made any mistakes, Mother Kundalini, if I've made any mistakes, please forgive me. Now we want to pass through that center. We're going to stretch our fingers out and put the center of the palm onto the center of the top of our head. You can bring your head a smidgen forward so you can reach it nicely. So you're pressing down and massaging the scalp by rotating it in a clockwise direction. Clockwise being left, forward, right, back. And just massaging. If you're doing it for the first time, you'll be asking for your self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please give me my self-realization. Really desiring from your heart. And if you've done this before, we want to strengthen our self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please strengthen and enlarge my self-realization. Please expand my central channel of the present moment. Please make it bigger so that more of my Kundalini and spirit can flow up into this seventh center, the connection to the divine. Just raising that right hand up Try to feel, certainly if you've done this a few times before, you may start to feel that cool flow of vibrations coming out of the top of your head. Even if you're feeling something heat, that's also good. It's clearing something out, also making space. Try and feel it with the other hand, the left hand. Bring it close, take it up far. Could feel it anywhere. Minimum of minimum, feeling some silence. The thoughts stop. Any thoughts come, just tell them, not this thought, not this thought. And just slowly opening your eyes. You might have felt some relaxation, some peaceful feeling, some cool vibrations. The thoughts stopping, a little space between the thoughts. We'll work on that feeling for our second meditation. But before we hear an excerpt of Shri Mataji telling us a little bit about how to be our own master, we might utilize our foot soak buckets. So if you want to pull them in front of you. Gulshan, would you like to just do a 5-minute foot soak for us?
Just do a very simple,
something to
right, clear that you can do that at home as well. So if you can, as you see, we have our buckets ready here, and some of us have cool water, and some of us have tepid water. And there's been a bit of salt added in it as well to that's to make sure that the sea element.
We've got a bit of paper towel beside us as well.
So we have the light for this chakra. Similarly, we use the water for the lower chakras. We use the earth. And this is fantastic because it cleanses your subtle system. If you've been busy at work or rushed, had difficult people to put up with at work, this is fantastic. And some of us do it every day, if not twice a day.
Because we need it.
But before you go to sleep, it is fantastic. You sleep so much better. So the only thing before we begin this is to raise our Kundalini and we place ourselves in Bandhan. So that's quite easy. We bring our left hand in front and we just raise, watching our left hand. Bring it up to the top of your head and we tie a knot. And for those of us who are here for the first time, we're doing this a shorter version of what Lynn took us through. And it is to raise our Kundalini and place her on top of her head 3 times for 3 channels within ourselves. And then the bond of protection. Again, we use right hand starting from your left to your right and back. We do that 7 times for the 7 chakras within us. And then just place your feet into the water. So normally we take you through a very simple cleansing process of clearing your left side and your right side, but we'll do that now with our feet in the water, so hands in our lap. And normally you always sit in front of a photo of Shri Mataji and a candle, so it just helps a little bit more with the process. Hands on your lap, palms up. To clear the left side, we drop the right hand towards the earth. If you feel your mind is racing, you can watch the flame. And once you start to settle down a little bit, you can watch Shri Mataji's bindi, the red dot on Shri Mataji's forehead. That's very calming. And then when you feel your thoughts subside, you can take your attention to the top of your head. So again, this need not be any more than 10 minutes. It's quite a quick thing. With our attention either watching the candle or on top of our head, we are going to ask the mothering energy within us to please take away all the heaviness, all the darkness, all the lethargy, all the obstructions from the left side. Mother Earth, let them be released into the Mother Earth. Mother Kundalini, please clear my left side, and please let all my obstructions be released into the Mother Earth. If you just watch your left hand, if you're feeling pinpricks in certain fingers, each one of our fingers corresponds to a chakra within our body. So if there's a little bit of imbalance or weakness in our chakra, you will feel it reflected on our fingertips. And not to worry about it, let it just all be flushed out into the Mother Earth. Attention on top of our head. I'm already feeling in my left hand, when we started, I was feeling quite a few pinpricks, but that seems to have subsided now. So we'll swap our hands. Right hand comes back on our lap, and the left hand from your elbow up, please lift it. This is to clear the right side. So watching Shri Mataji's bindi or the flame, we pray to our mothering energy within us to please take away all the excessive heat, all my excessive thinking, all my excessive thoughts that have plagued me through the day with worries of the past and the worries of the future. Mother Kundalini, please let them be released into the air through the left hand. Mother Kundalini, please take away all the anxiousness from within me. And Mother Kundalini, I surrender all my family and money worries to you. Mother Kundalini, please silence my mind. And please cool down my attention. See how you feel on your right hand. If you feel a lot of heat radiating from your left hand, that's just fine, because the left hand is almost like a chimney that's releasing all the excessive heat that we have accumulated through our day today. So let all that excessive heat be released into the air through the left hand. Bring your left hand back on your lap. Mother Kundalini, please give me balance or vibrations in both my hands. With our right hand, just bring it to the front and raise it along the central channel. Let's do that 3 times, raising a Kundalini to the top of our head. One more time. The last time, place your right hand, the palm, on the top of your head, the soft part on your head. Just tip your head a bit forward. A little bit of pressure. Mother Kundalini, by your grace, please let my Sahasrara, the 1,000-petal lotus, be awakened. Please let me feel the bliss of the spirit within me. Mother Kundalini, please let me feel the silence of my spirit within me. Mother Kundalini, please let me feel the joy of the spirit within me. Bring your right hand back on your lap. Just for a moment, keep your attention on top of your head. And just watch that space. So if you do have any thoughts come, let the thoughts come and let them go past. And keep your attention on top of your head. So we're not going to get entangled with our thoughts. We're just going to watch that space on top of our head. You just slowly open your eyes and see how you feel on your hands. It is a very gentle, cool breeze on your hands. That just reflects the clearing has taken place. If you're still feeling a little bit of heaviness on one hand or the other, then we can just show you something to do. But how are you feeling right now? Is the left a little bit heavier?
The right one, please.
Right feels a bit heavy. Okay, just lift your left hand up. Left hand up to clear the right side here. See how you feel in the palm of your hand on the right hand. If it settles down, then we can bring our left hand back. That seems pretty good now. What about you, Dilip? Great, very good. Okay, now to finish up, we are going to do a good deep sweep of our heebie-jeebies or things that we picked up through the day. So cross your hands on the side of your head, the ego and the superego. And you're going to uncross them on our forehead and then sweep them along your torso and the legs into the water. Let's do that 2 more times. So just release all the excessive negative energy that we picked up, release it all into the water. And also from your back, past your hips, along your legs, just sweep it all into the water. And now you can place your feet out of the bucket on the paper towels. You can usually, it's a good idea to rinse your feet at this time, but we shall do that next time. We'll be a bit more organized. But if you just have a bit of water on the side, you can rinse your feet. And then this water goes into the toilet because this is charged with negative energy. So it needs to be poured not into your pot plant, but down the loo. And also these buckets are primarily just used for that particular reason. Okay, so we can place our buckets to the side for now. That feels a lot lighter.
Feels very nice.
Yeah,
Very
very
nice.
refreshing.
Feels good? Excellent. Hope you're all feeling good too out there. So if you also want to put your buckets to the side, and we might listen to Shri Mataji talking about the various chakras, the lower chakras, and we'll have another meditation after that.
Great.
So it's just a 5-minute excerpt, which is quite interesting. So talk amongst yourselves while I get that happening for you.
Okay. I'll just move my bucket so I don't
Just get the TV on.
tip into it. Was that water temperature okay for you? Well, it's a bit on the cool side. Yeah, on hot days, or if you're feeling very rushed, you can add ice cubes as well. Makes you feel really good after that. Yeah. And
Above that is
sorry.
the second, actually the second one we treat as the third one, it looks here, is the power of, I was saying up here, this is the center of our seeking. This center is called as the Nabhi Chakra, which gives us our seeking. When we are in the state of animal, then we seek food through our stomach. And you'll be amazed then when we become human beings, also we seek our money through our stomach. We may get little diverted here and there. But ultimately we even seek our God through our stomach. Surrounding this stomach is the area where one has to cross. And this area is actually the area of the masters. All the primordial masters were born in this area, like Moses, Socrates. There are main basic 10 primordial beings who came on this earth, who came to give us an idea as to our seeking, what we have to do. Basically, they came here to teach us how to balance ourselves, how to balance so we can ascend. Now, all these great prophets or primordial beings, we should say they were the ones who were the masters, they came to inform us that if you cross too much onto the left side or too much on the right side, then you will be falling in your sustenance, in your quality as a human being. As a human being, you have to have a sustenance. And this is the center that gradually unfolds the sustenance from animal to higher animals and to human stage, where a person starts realizing that these sustenances exist within us. That's how all our laws have come. The 10 commandments of the Bible are the 10 sustenances that are within us. These are the 10 gurus who came on this earth to save human beings from getting out of the middle path, going more to the left and more to the right. Now the left side, as you see here, is the side which is the emotional side within us, is also the power of desire, is the emotional side which gives us our subconscious and beyond action. That our desire we try to put in the action, and this power of action gives us our future and sustains our physical and mental activities. As a result of that, we develop an institution in our head called ego. Everyone has it. There's nothing to be frightened of. When we do something, we feel we have done it. And that is a myth, but still, we carry on with the myth because we have not yet seen the reality. The another one is the left side power within us, by which we receive the aggression of others, by which we have our past, gives us an institution as a byproduct of our activity, emotional activity, an institution like a balloon you will see there called as super ego. These two things meet in the head just like this. As you grow and a calcification takes place on top of your head near the fontanelle bone area, and this soft area which is pulsating in childhood becomes completely covered. Thus you developed your I-ness. You become Mr. X, Y, Z and all that. You develop your own freedom. This is the freedom that you have achieved to be Mr. X, Mr. Y, Mr. Z. After achieving this, you start using the second center, which is the center of your creativity, the center of your action. Animals do not have any ego. Of course, if they live with human beings, they may develop. But otherwise, they have no ego at all. And if you do something wrong, you feel hurt, you feel guilty. Animals never feel guilty. Because it is in their nature to kill another animal, it is in their nature to eat, so they never feel guilty. It's only human beings who say, oh, I should not have said this, I should have not done this. This is only human quality that we feel guilty. It is only human quality that we aggress others. So the second center comes into play by which you think. And you think about the future, you plan.
So let's go into meditation. Just closing your eyes, take your attention inside. Just following your breath. You can use that right hand to raise up your attention and your kundalini up to the Sahasrara. Just keeping your attention there. From here we'll listen to a raga which is for the nabi, the center of our void area. Just listening through the Sahasrara. Any thoughts coming, you can just let them go past. Just placing our hand on our forehead, dropping our forehead into the palm of our hand. And let's just say that affirmation again, that I forgive. I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. And then hand it onto the Sahasrara again, onto the fontanelle bone, the center of the palm, pushing down, massaging the scalp. Mother Kundalini, let me feel the silence and the peace in the 1,000-petaled chakra. And part of the divine being is managing everything about my life. And just bringing the hand up, try to feel either the flow of the vibrations or just keeping your attention up above your Sahasrara. And then bring the hand back down. And try to keep your attention up there in the silence. And slowly opening your eyes. We'll just finish that part of the meditation by raising our Kundalini again, tying the knot at the top. Second time, 2 knots. Third time. Then we can put on our bandhan, a protection of vibrations over our body, over our aura. 7 over and back. And we've got a couple of questions. And also, if you have any questions, please add them. We've got a couple of questions. We had one during the week, which was, if you're trying to keep yourself in balance and it's your family that's making you go out of balance. So that was a very interesting question, because why is your family making you go out of balance? It's because of a reaction, perhaps. So it's actually a good opportunity to try and witness, and that immediately takes you back from that problem, whatever it is. So then a creative solution can come. But while you're in that problem,
If you're too involved,
yeah. It's impossible to resolve. Yeah. So it's just, and it may not happen straight away that you realise you're involved in something, but it's always the other person's fault. And to see that, I always give the example of when you're driving down the freeway and people are cutting in front of you and you get annoyed at them. Yeah. You go, oh, okay, they're cutting me off. I need to slow down maybe. But seeing that you do that is half the problem. So you're halfway there to not doing it finally at some point, and not every time. And let me just have a look what other questions we've got. So feel free. It's in the chat. Oh, I thought we had here we are. I thought we had a chat question. Lost it. Got it. Here we are. My question for today is, can I be my own master to do meditation on morning anytime I prefer, and not early in the morning at 5 a.m? Because sometimes I feel uneasy. Absolutely.
You can do it at 6. You can do it at noon. As long as the key is to get into thoughtlessness. That's the key. Yeah. The reason why we find it easier to do it in the morning is because once you start your day, you get busy and, there's so many things happening around. So personally, I find really easy to do it in the morning, because also my mind is quiet. But for some people, they like to get certain things done. And if you wish to do it middle of the day, find a nice quiet spot. As long as your mind is silent and you get the thoughtlessness, that's fine.
So that's definitely a definition of being your own guru. Have we got any other questions?
Just to your question earlier about witnessing, sometimes when we are quite attached to certain elements around us, whether it's a family or ideas, that also makes it hard to stand back and witness, because the attachment can be quite strong, whichever way that is pulling us in.
Attachment to the way a situation should go.
Yes, attachments to outcomes,
to a behaviour,
and to behaviours.
Right.
So
maybe being unbending in that maybe something's not so important. We have to let it go.
To let it go, you have to step back and say, okay, I can't control that.
Yeah,
I have to just see how it unfolds. Hope that helps the query, whoever asked for it.
Any other questions, Zoom people? Feel free. Or just some feedback is also fine. So we had a good meditation. So how did you find with the foot soak? Did you feel that you had a stronger meditation experience after having the foot soak? And also having the foot soak together is also a very strong experience. So I think all of those subtleties also have an effect.
True. I feel a lot lighter once I do it. It just feels a lot lighter within. But see how you sleep tonight. That's the other thing. Sometimes when you with the foot soak, you sleep a lot better. So pause for a moment tomorrow when you wake up and say, was that good sleep?
We'll leave you with a concert from a lady violinist, Dr. Rajam, in case you want to continue on meditating. So that's the people online, and otherwise we'll chit and chat here, and look forward to seeing you next time. And enjoy your meditations during the week. See if you can try foot soak as well of an evening. Some of you, of course, may be doing foot soaks every day, and jolly good. Keep it up. And do bring us some questions next week as well.
Thank you for joining.
Oh, we've got. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Roya. Thank you, Yo.
Do you have these buckets at home with you, Joe?
Yeah, there's one which Dilip does. I can get another one.
Yeah. Yeah. So you've been doing regularly, have you, Dilip? Or on and off?
Not like 100% regular.
True. That's good. Sometimes, if you can't do it at night, I find if I've come back from work and I do a foot soak straight away, it just makes an enormous difference to just get all of that out into the water, and then you can get on with your things. I try and not leave it to the last thing I do before I go to sleep, because by that stage I'm a bit tired, but I try and do it a little bit early. But see how what works for you, that's important.
Going to